Hello, Paul Wilkinson here. This is vlog update number 3, talking about my second symphony. I've been using this time to work on a number of things. The symphony, which I'll come to in a minute. Also, I released a new album called Solo Live, which is a collection of improvisations. More on that in a second. And then I've also been spending the last 5 years working really hard on a book talking about music consciousness, which is really interesting in this time that we see the fragility of what some people, philosophers and futurists like Jordan Hall might call game A that we're currently in, and the fact that at some point this kind of capitalistic structure that we're in, the way that we buy and sell and all those kind of things, is ultimately very fragile. The complexities of our system, when the complexities are laid on even more on that complex system, we find ourselves at a fragile point. We are beyond the apex predator now due to AI and technology. So anyway, enough about that. But that is the book I'm working on and have been working on. So I've spent quite a lot of time working on that and trying as best I can to forge through that. And also I've been working on the second symphony as well. And I mean, these times are interesting, but particularly if you're a musician who plays improvised music, that when I come together with musicians and all jazz musicians or improvised musicians tend to be the same. We don't come with a prescribed map or with an end result. We come humbly to the music with the capacity to listen to each other so that something new can emerge. So at any point we are there to have our, if you like, our musical belief system, which could roll this out to our society, couldn't we? Also, so our musical belief system shattered if somebody else decides to bring an idea to the music. And so then you have certain decisions to make as an improviser. Do you join in? Is that a good idea? Do you support it? Are you blown away by it? And all these things are really interesting, and they can be actualised out in music, which is absolutely fascinating. So it's the same with my symphony. You're dealing with different voices and knowing when one needs to support the other, when one needs time to for things to emerge, so like a clarinet line, for example, and then how do we support that, how do we orchestrate that? So this second symphony, I'm quite well on now with the first movement, and it's coming together rather nicely. If you see my previous vlogs, you'll know that I destroyed all the sketches a few years ago for the second symphony, sort of unhappy with them. So I'm much more in a good space with the direction of this symphony now. So I'm trying to be quite diligent and do some work on it most days if I can, because I'm very, very busy as a parent and things. So I'm trying as much as I can to develop that. And as I say, I'm running that alongside trying to make more sense of the world, and the fact that we've had COVID-19 has sort of kind of brought that work even more forward to my consciousness, because I'd been working on it so much over the last few years, talking about the ideas of music and states of consciousness.